Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. I have the new Palladini Tarot on the tarot table today, and I'm going to be looking at Tom Bower's book again. This time the story that Neil Sean broke, allegedly the story that Prince Harry wants to sue Tom Bower, and Meghan Markle for once doesn't want to sue him. That is the story that Neil Sean is reporting from his sources. Tom Bower is releasing his book officially in the United States early in October. I think it's the 2nd or the 4th of October. I can't remember exactly. Apparently there are going to be some new chapters in that book. Can't wait. I think he tried it out in the UK, which has got tougher defamation laws, as far as I understand things, than the United States. So possibly he feels he's tried it out in the UK, didn't get sued by herself, and so free to publish in America and not to be damned and not perish, publish more, possibly more scandalous topics. He did say he has a whole lot more information, but can't back it up. All his sources are, of course, on the record, and very careful, very careful man. He is, of course, a lawyer, an ex-lawyer. So I find this very interesting. I am going to do a 5-card reading, and I'm going to see how Prince Harry feels about this book. How blind is he to the truth as it is written in Tom Bower's book? How eager he is to sue. We know for a fact, I don't have to say allegedly, we know for a fact that Prince Harry is extremely litigious. Or how Meghan feels about suing, and then what is she afraid of, and outcome. Will there be litigation around this book? And let's throw the disclaimer in. This is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes. It's all just whoops, my opinion. The cards have all fallen out now. They are ready to have a little talk with us. And I think I've said everything I need to say. Probably said far too much. There we go. 5-card reading. The new Palladini Tarot. How blind is Harry? Still under the spell, perhaps, of his wife. How eager he is to sue. How uneager she is. There's no such word, but how reluctant. Let's put it in better English. How reluctant she is to sue, and why. Why is she? What is she afraid of? Outcome. Will there be litigation or not? And we get the 8 of Swords again in reverse. This card is coming up a whole lot. Hands tied, somebody stuck in a trap when this card is upright. The 8 of Swords, you can see it quite literally. I don't need to explain it, what it is. Normally it's fears, mental fears that you are, you believe are more powerful than they really are. That you could just walk out of the trouble that you've got yourself into, but you don't realize that. You don't see it. Card is in the reverse is someone escaping from a situation that is difficult, someone able to free themselves from fear, or from a mental situation. I wish I could say that it is Prince Harry who finally opens his eyes and sees he can walk out of a situation, but I don't think so. It might actually be herself who's been afraid of what's going to happen, and now thinks it's not so bad after all. The book is out. He didn't write anything about her past that might be truly scandalous, and maybe she thinks she's got away with it, and so the litigation is pointless. We'll see. We'll see. It's quite an obscure energy to me. Probably because I've got too many people's energy swimming around in here. So let's see, how blind is Harry? How deluded is he? High Priestess, the secrets card and the mystery. He's still caught up in the mystery of her. He still believes it. It's literally the card of secrets and mystery, the High Priestess. A veil that you can't see beyond. He really is, and this I have to express is just my opinion, my reading of these cards. He really is bamboozled by her. can't see through her, can't see past the BS. She's got him caught in her spell, in her mystery. She definitely has ways of keeping him spellbound. He's not the brightest, we know that for a fact, but it's more than that. It's more than that, that she has somehow got him under her spell. I have looked at this, I might have to look at it again. And what is this power that she has over him, this mystery, this mysterious power that she holds over him? This really is quite a disturbing card to see. Definitely not his eyes that have opened. I think she thinks, I got away with it. His enthusiasm for the law courts again. How eager is he to sue, to carry on with this? The Lovers is a choice card. Very interesting, because it's about them as a couple. I think he feels, first of all, there's lots of energy coming off this card. I think he feels, first of all, that it represents them in a bad light. Well, it does, of course. That he feels possibly even that it could break them up at some level. That it could take the shine off them as a couple, that people aren't going to be so enchanted by this whole tale of them being so in love and so whatever. That he does seem to like. He does seem to like the idea of them being this this magical couple that everybody looks up to and wishes they could be in love like Harry and Meghan. That he's more romantic and their love story is more beautiful than anyone else ever in the history of the world, to the extent that apparently Netflix is going to make a documentary about their relationship and their love story. Sickening thought. But it's also a decision, a choice. And when the Lovers card is in reverse, it's a bad choice. It's a bad decision. So he could be quite driven to do this, even though the card is in reverse. He could be quite tempted to make a bad decision. And the scratching in the background is Fluffy. He's just woken up. The snoring in the background is Tess. So he could be tempted into this, a bad decision, a bad choice, because of the way the relationship is being reflected in the book and the impact that the book has had on their credibility as a couple. So, how does she feel about litigation? Six of Pentacles. Well, there's some money in it. There's some money in it. This is not a worst idea he ever had card. Definitely not. Definitely not. It's the card of balance, balancing the scales, evening things out. I'm quite surprised to see this. She might think that, set the record straight, she might think she's got away with it, remember? And okay, well, we've done it before and got away with it. Perhaps we can do it again and get away with it. Interesting energy coming off these cards, not what I expected, and certainly not what Neil Sean was reporting. This is a yes, go ahead. We can correct the narrative, we can get our fair dues, we can make some money out of it, we can tell our side of the story, we can even things out, balance the scales. We can be quite successful with the Six of Pentacles. Very interesting. Very interesting. So I'm asking what she's afraid of coming out in litigation. What is she afraid of? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. How she goes about making money. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. How she goes about making money. Possibly in the past, how she went about making money as well. Let's just not go into that too much. I have looked at that somewhat controversial past that she might have had. I've looked at that. You can find readings on that in my channel, the Royals playlist. But Eight of Pentacles is about money, making money, working hard, being diligent, showing up. On the illegal side of things, shall we say. In the reverse, it's being lazy, being idle, being on the shady side of things. Being on the shady side of things. So it's that she's worried about. that being exposed. It's not her reputation. She seems to be impervious to the level of criticism that is in that book, the sort of character assassination that is in that book, even impervious to the harm that she's done the royals. She seems amazed that they don't like her. She can't understand why they don't like her. She thinks now the British public adore her after her little walkabout, just because they're polite and nobody booed her. She really has no clue how she's perceived by people. She's extremely deluded. So it's about money. It's about dodgy deals. It's about things that she doesn't want exposed from that point of view, that of course might reflect very badly on her, because she is, in my opinion, allegedly highly motivated by money. It's the weakness in her. Her ego is transcendent. I doubt very much whether she's ever whether she's ever going to understand how she is perceived and what she's done. It doesn't seem something that she's capable of grasping, but she certainly would realize if some of her more shady dealings in the past came to light. She would understand that that was damaging, because that's what she's very focused on. And she, of course, has represented herself as this humanitarian involved in charitable deeds. And the Six of Pentacles is, of course, the charity card, first and foremost. It's about balancing situations and equal give and take and reciprocity and all of that. But it is also about charity. So the outcome of this, are we going to suddenly hear that Harry and Meghan, or just Harry on behalf of his lovely wife, darling wife, has yet again gone to court, they're deciding should they risk it or not. It's sitting under a decision card, a bad choice card. They haven't made up their minds yet. They're probably waiting to see what lands in the US version of the book, what's there extra, and if there is extra nastiness, they may well think that they'll give it a whirl and sue. So this is undecided energy, and it could be why this is a little bit unclear. This Ace of Swords in reverse to me as a reader. Just the feeling that they think that they might have got away with it. She thinks she's got away with it. And of course, because she's the High Priestess, she's a mystery. Everything is secret. Everything she does, she thinks is secret. The only concern that she has is about her money, her deals, the things that, how she earned her keep in the past. People she might have kept company with in the past that had money. Let's leave it there. So this is a wait and see reading, and it won't be long because the book is coming out just over a week. And good luck to all of you in America who are waiting to get your hands on it. It's an interesting read, that's for sure. And thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.